Hello, folks. Hope you're well. This is a bit of a different vlog to yesterday's one because I am just in a bit of a funk today, and it's nothing to do with Ollie. Ollie's stuff hasn't changed since yesterday, so there's no real update on that. He's gone to school today. I've not had any phone calls. He finishes in an hour. I say I've not had any phone calls. I got one missed call. It wasn't them. It was Claire. I'll ignore that for now. So that's all good. No calls from school, but basically, I think I touched on this before. I definitely touched on it on Twitter, and I asked for some advice on Twitter. I needed to ask my boss for. I wanted my job to be clarified, streamlined. I wanted, hopefully, a raise, and just generally to feel that I was making progress. And it's not anything because I'm unhappy at work. I like my job, and while I don't think anyone from work's going to see this, I don't want anyone at work to feel like this is a complaint. It's just I need to vent. I need to talk about this online. I need help, advice, thoughts. I need to just get it out of my system. I've been at my job 7 years. I've also been creating stuff online since around 2010, I want to say. So 11 years in that. I feel like I've been just kind of, running on the spot for the best part of 11 years. I've basically, trained really hard to be a teacher, went to uni, got a first in my degree, then trained to be a teacher, worked really hard at that, failed at that. I feel like I've kind of bumbled around making podcasts, writing books, writing stuff, my own stuff, working on vlogs, on streams, on videos. I've done my job where I've been at 7 years. I started when the company was the directors and me, and we had no customers, and I got as like our first cold customer, let's say, the customer I never knew about, and before we started. And I've worked there all this time since, and I'm at a point now where my job is so all over the place. We do need to review it. We had a meeting last night to discuss what I was supposed to be doing, what my expertise were, what I've done so far, what I could do moving forward. And we kind of established that, like, my official job title is the business sales and marketing coordinator, because I work in sales. I have accounts I manage in sales, but I also help sales happen. I work in marketing. I write like at least 50% of the marketing stuff. I do all the business to business kind of relationships with the company, working with random companies that we don't really know to make sales happen and stuff like that. And I'm also the bid manager on top, which means if there's a massive bid going on that's like hundreds of pages long or whatever, well, not hundreds, but 20 pages long, let's say, on average, it's my job to kind of read through that, project manage it, delegate it to people, make sure it works, and just generally get, I'll get technical people to write the technical bits, I'll get the legal people to write the legal bits, I'll write the company bits, I'll get the sales people to get me quotes, which I'll then work out all the bits on, and I'll submit it and make sure we fill out all the questionnaires and all that sort of stuff. And I've been doing all this for 7 years, and I just feel like I'm at a point in life where everything's just not much further on than it was before. Like, my wage hasn't changed in probably 4 or 5 years, and I raised that because there's never been a good time to really raise it, and that's what I brought up. I was just like, look, this hasn't changed in a while. And so they're not saying they won't do it. They're just saying, let's look at what you want to do and where we are with the role. But I'm kind of at a point where I don't really know. I'm just at a loss. I'm just like, all the stuff I'm doing is just bumbling along at the same level it always has done. And I feel a bit frustrated today. I just feel like I don't know how to push on. I don't know how to grow anything. I don't know. Like, my expectations of the podcast are it's always going to be where it is. But part of me is like, shouldn't we try and make a plan to grow it? I don't know. How would you even do that? And then it's like, I don't know what I should do on YouTube. I don't have any ideas. So it's like, should I be doing this? Is it productive to rattle these off every now and again and do nothing with it? It feels like, unless I need to kind of do something or stop. Do you know what I mean? It's streaming's going nicely. I'm enjoying that. It's more of a hobby, but it's growing. It's nice. But what do I do to push that on? What do I do to push my career on? I'm so lost. I don't know who to talk to about it. I don't know where to look on it. It's hard to talk to someone like Kev for the internet stuff, because if it was as simple as him telling me to do X, everyone would do X. Do you get what I mean? His advice is like a survivor bias type thing, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's almost like I could give you lots of advice on how to make it to my age without falling ill, but it's a bad example, but it's like, doesn't work for everyone. If everyone followed the exact plan I followed to get to my age, you could all be sat here a fat bald man in his 30s. Everyone's life is different, so there's no advice I can take, and I just don't know. I'm reading books, I'm looking at stuff, and I'm just frustrated. I don't know what, like, so they're saying to you, what do you want to do for your job? What do you want your new job to look like? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I wanted this job with more money, but if we have to change it, I don't know what I want it to look like. And then, like, chatting to my sister, she was saying, well, have you looked at other jobs? And I'm like, well, I genuinely don't know where I'd want to work or what I'd want to do. I'm happy where I work, but I want to feel like I'm progressing. Everything they've put up so far, all the suggestions we had last night were basically, why don't you do things you already did 7 years ago, 6 years ago? And it's like, I don't want to walk backwards. I want to feel like I'm progressing. And I'm just really struggling. I don't know what the answer is. I don't know how to feel like I'm making progress. I don't know if this is just a me thing, a problem thing. I don't know whether everyone's like this. I was chatting to a colleague who said he doesn't really know anyone else who's as obsessed with progress as I am, but I don't feel like I've made any in over a decade. I feel like everything's just sat as it was, and I don't know what to do. I feel like I've gone around in circles for 6 minutes with this, and I made notes beforehand, but I feel like I've rattled through a lot of them. I've done so many things, it's ridiculous, and they're all at a low level. Like I've planned events. I've done plenty of events over the time, over the past probably 20 years, not just 10. I've made videos. I know how to edit videos, and I'm not saying that they're good or expert, but it's one of those things. I'm just like, I don't know what to do with any of the skills that I have. It's just a mess, and all the ideas I have that I could do with them to a better level require me not spending my days doing other jobs, but I can't afford to not do them because I'm stuck in this position of having bills to pay. So I don't know. It's weird, and maybe my expectations are out of whack for reality. I don't really know, and I don't know how I accept that. I don't know how I break through all of that. It's just a mess. It's like, if work rang me and said, we haven't got a place for you, you're off, see you later, and sacked me, I wouldn't be able to make ends meet, so it wouldn't work. And I'm not saying I'm only staying there because I genuinely do like where I work. Things have changed a little bit, but I like where I work and I like my job. But I just feel kind of at a weird, I don't know what I'm doing, and I feel a bit lost. And part of that doesn't help because obviously, as we've established in previous videos, I didn't really realize this about myself until very recently, but I'm not the same as typical normal people. So I feel like I may be misunderstanding situations. I may be making it out to be more than it is. I'm not very good at asking for, if I'm saying, can I have a raise? And they're saying, well, meh, obviously I know they don't want to give me a raise easily, but this might be how it always goes. Do you know what I mean? But I just feel very weird. I just feel very lost. I wish people would be more straightforward. I wish everything was a bit more clear. And what I could do with someone saying is, have you tried talking at this or talking to these people or doing this or doing that? I need a very clear way of feeling like I know what I'm doing. Ideally, I wish I could be managed. I need someone. I always push Claire to try and, she hasn't got time for this because she's a social worker, and she's already doing way more hours than she should be. But I need managing into something because I've got so many things on the go that I've not touched in weeks, months, years, that I need to push on or whatever. And I don't know. This is a mess. This video is already a mess. The messiness of this video is how my head is, and it is stopping me from sleeping at night. It is stopping me from focusing at anything enough properly. And if work said to me, this is the work we want you to do, this is the project, I want you to go, neck deep in it and just get stuck in, and you'll be paid X, and that was the focus, and it took all my time, and I only had time to do the podcast and streaming, I'd probably be quite satisfied that was the answer. Not because I want to drop anything, but because it feels like, okay, I can push on. But I feel like I've spread myself really wide, and I just want to drill down now, and I don't know where to drill down or what to do, and this is the only place I have to really vent it. I did just vent it anonymously into the void on social media for a bit, not on anywhere that people would have seen. I just had an account on something and just was posting it to get it out of my system. But now I feel like, no, it wasn't really working. Didn't really help, and that sounds really random, but it's getting unhealthy to the point where it's annoying me that I also worry I'm really on one hand driven to try harder and do more, but on the other hand I'm knackered and tired because I'm stretching myself. But there's like an element of burnout and an element of stress of wanting to do better, and I'm stuck in the middle of it, and I don't know what the answer is. So yeah, I'm worried this isn't the most coherent video. I'm going to wrap it up here, but I just don't know what to do, and I don't think this is going to help. I just hope in some way that it might. I mean, I feel like I've been kind of rudderless. Even to be fair, as much as I do like my job, I didn't plan it. I kind of fell into it. I left teaching in a burnout of depression, and my friend John just said, "Come work for me," and I've worked for him since. And it's like, yeah, maybe I need to take a bit of direction, self-direction, a bit of executive control over it, but I don't know what to do, and I'm at a loss, and it's upsetting me a bit. And yeah, I think if I could get it out of my head and fix it, I'd be a lot better at whatever came out the other side of it, and I just don't know. I'm just I don't know. So yeah, that is my video today. On the other side of that, I am streaming tonight, so if you're watching this as it comes out at 5:30, I'm streaming from 7. I'll be playing Football Manager. I'm excited about that. I'm really enjoying that. I'm really enjoying the streaming. I do love doing it, and that's going to keep happening. I've also got a video coming out on Thursday, my Pokemon video, part 5 of my Nuzlocke. Again, I'm excited about doing that. I'm enjoying doing those videos. The process with those things is slow. I'm not frustrated with that. I get that. It's just a hobby. I'm definitely disassociated with success in these things from doing them. I'm enjoying doing them, and I know that's a lot of advice that people would have given. I'm not expecting to do a video and suddenly be worth millions. It's not that. It's just that I've been bumbling around in life for over a decade, and I just feel like I need to just focus on something. I don't know. I just need something to start kicking on. I don't like the fact that I'm still at the same level at everything pretty much, and I just feel like if anything moved forward an inch, I'd feel satisfied. It's just, I know it's silly. It's probably not that uncommon, but yeah, I'm happy with the hobby side of things. It's just, I don't know. I just feel like I'm getting towards 40 and I should be successful at something, you know? So I'm venting it. So yeah, anyway, thanks very much. Hope you're all well. Let me know how your week's going. Thank you for the advice you've given me on the last video yesterday. Keep that coming. If you've not watched yesterday's video, Ollie got excluded twice and we're trying to sort out school and just trying to figure out what to do there. Maybe that's part of the reason I feel frustrated now, because there's lots of stuff that's out of our control and I'm trying to grab at control perhaps, but I don't know. I'm just very frustrated. And yeah, I feel like I don't want it to bring me down. I don't want it to bring everything down. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for hearing my rants. And I hope you're all well. And I'll catch you soon. Cheers.